In the heart of the farmyard, Benny, a small chicken, stands poised for flight, his bright eyes gleaming with determination. With a burst of energy, Benny flaps his wings with all his might, creating a flurry of feathers and a whirlwind of effort. He runs back and forth, his little legs a blur of motion, desperately trying to defy gravity and soar into the sky. The other farm animal scows, pigs and ducks gather around, watching Benny's comical attempts with amusement and chuckling amongst themselves. The pigs huddle together, their snouts twitching as they exchange amused glances, finding humor in Benny's earnest struggle. The ducks waddle closer, their heads bobbing in sync as they quack softly, sharing in the collective mirth at Benny's persistent efforts. Inside the rustic barn, Goat Greg lazily munches on hay, his eyes half closed. Goat Greg watches Benny's clumsy attempts with utter boredom. Goat Greg remarks dryly, "Benny, you can't fly. You are shaped like a pillow." Pig Penny bursts into the barn, snorting with laughter at Benny's efforts. Pig Penny adds, giggling, "You flap more than the village flag during a storm." Goat Greg continues chewing, unimpressed, while Benny continues his efforts. In the vast expanse of the farm, Benny stumbles upon a pair of broken sunglasses, their former glory now faded. With a surge of newfound confidence, Benny places the broken sunglasses on his face, a grin spreading across his features. "Now I'm a pilot," Benny proclaims, his voice filled with playful ambition. Strutting with an air of importance, Benny's bravado quickly crumbles as his vision falters behind the damaged lenses. His swagger turns to a stumble as he misjudges his path, the broken sunglasses blurring his perception. With a comical thud, Benny collides with an unseen obstacle, his brief flight of fancy grounded by reality. On the idyllic farm, Benny, a young boy brimming with imagination, clambers atop Mr. Joloff's weathered car. With arms outstretched, Benny leaps off the car, attempting to fly, only to misjudge his landing. Disaster strikes as Benny plummets onto a peacefully sleeping cat, awakening it with a blood-curdling scream. The cat's piercing scream ignites chaos as a nearby dog erupts into furious barks, shattering the tranquility. Mrs. Jolloff bursts from the farmhouse, wielding a mop like a battle-ready warrior, determined to chase down Benny. Benny sits by the riverbank, his figure embodying despair. He watches the ducks glide effortlessly across the water. The duck's freedom mocks his own sense of inadequacy. His face reflects the weight of his failures, a stark contrast to the carefree scene around him. The serene river flows on, indifferent to Benny's inner turmoil. A lone duckling, lured by the river's charm, unknowingly drifts towards danger. In a desperate struggle against the relentless current, it paddles with increasing frenzy. The water engulfs the tiny creature, its eyes wide with growing terror. In a chorus of desperation, the duckling cries, "Help! Help!" Along the desolate riverbank, Benny's feathered head spins wildly, a desperate plea for help unanswered. The riverbank remains empty, devoid of any sign of rescue. Benny takes a deep breath, puffing out his chest in a display of courage. Against all odds, Benny leaps into the water, defying his species' inability to swim. A resounding splash echoes as Benny plunges into the river. The river ripples gently after Benny's courageous leap. Desperate, Benny thrashes wildly, a whirlwind of feathers against the vastness of the river. Each flap is a struggle, each ripple a testament to his determination. Against all odds, Benny perseveres, his gaze locked onto the vulnerable duckling. He reaches the duckling. By the riverbank, Benny carefully retrieves the duckling, his beak acting as a gentle guide. With tender precision, Benny pulls the small duckling closer. The duckling is pulled carefully towards the safety of the shore. Benny continues to pull the duckling from the river. The duckling is safe on the bank. A surge of life erupts on the riverbank as paws and hooves converge, all eyes set on Benny and the duckling. A palpable sense of excitement fills the air, anticipation shimmering in every gaze. Goat Greg bellows out, "Benny, you can't fly, but you saved the duckling." His voice resonates with admiration, celebrating an unlikely hero's triumph. Pig Penny stands by the riverbank, looking up with admiration. Mrs. Jolloff shuffles forward, shamefaced. Pig Penny exclaims, "You are a true hero," Mrs. Jolloff says apologetically. "I'm sorry I chased you with a mop." Under the open sky, the animals collaborate, their efforts focused on a shared ambition. Straw becomes structure as the animals weave together a pilot seat atop the scarecrow. Wood and metal join the ensemble, reinforcing the framework of their airborne dream. The animals continue to build, their coordination transforming simple materials into a surprisingly sturdy construction. The scarecrow now sports a makeshift pilot seat, a testament to the animals' collaborative efforts. Their creation stands ready, a symbol of ingenuity and united purpose against the backdrop of the farm. As dusk settles, Benny perches in his pilot seat, his gaze drawn to the tranquil farm below. The evening light casts a golden hue across the fields. Shadows lengthen, painting the landscape with the promise of night. Benny's silhouette stands in stark contrast against the fading light. A sense of peace descends as Benny surveys the land before him. Bathed in the golden light of the sun, Benny stands peacefully on the farm, a gentle smile illuminating his face. The warmth of the sun embraces him as he reflects on his journey. A quiet realization dawns as Benny softly speaks. "Maybe I didn't fly in the sky, but I flew into someone's heart." His words hang in the air, a testament to a different kind of flight, The gentle smile returns, knowing he has touched a life in a profound way. Under the sun's generous light, the farm basks in idyllic tranquility. Benny, a young chick, stands poised at the water's edge, his gaze fixed with determination. Other chicks gather, their eyes wide with curiosity, as they watch Benny's every move. The pond reflects the bright sky. Benny trembles slightly with anticipation. As the sun descends, the sky bursts into vibrant shades of orange and gold, casting a warm glow across the expansive farm. High above the crops, Benny relaxes atop the weathered scarecrow, a silent guardian of the fields. A gentle breeze whispers through the crops, carrying the promise of twilight. Below, the farm animals gather around the scarecrow's base, their eyes drawn to the boy above.